In this brief video, we'll review an interactive fun project for science about a real-world phenomena, the disappearance of honeybees. Students working in teams or individually will go on an investigative journey to discover the suspects for colony collapse disorder, a phenomenon in which honeybees are disappearing in growing numbers and no one knows for sure why. This project is a catalog project within Project Pals. It's public to any user of Project Pals. Project Pals is a visual collaboration platform that helps students organize themselves in group problem-solving situations. We're now in the dashboard of the Why Are Honeybees Disappearing project, where we have a description of what we're going to be doing in this project. The students have added supporting materials for the project that they need to know to be able to explain what's happening with honeybees. And the students have even delegated user roles and tasks to help delegate work amongst the group. Once the students know what they're going to be doing in this project, what materials they need to reference, and who's going to do what, they enter the workspace to start doing the collaborative work. The workspace often starts with the Questions tab, restating the driving question, why are honeybees disappearing in growing numbers, and asking several refining questions like why are honeybees important for pollination. The next step in the problem-solving process is to break the problem down into its component parts. In this case, what are the components that are leading honeybees to disappear? Honeybees themselves, the plants, cell phones, viruses, pesticides, and each one of these branches describes characteristics about those components that are relevant in this investigation. All of the components and all of their items are stored in a knowledge library, which is a visual and searchable database that the students can reference and reuse throughout the project. And you'll see in a future tab how they actually reuse it. The next step is to break down what are the events, what are the processes that are occurring that are affecting honeybees and their disappearance. Colony collapse disorder as a process, step 1, step 2, step 3. Bee pollination as a process, step 1, step 2, step 3. And several other processes that are important here. The next step is really to start reusing a lot of those assets. So these were actually the components from earlier, like the viruses component. We just simply minimized all the branches to now show how the honeybee ecosystem exists, how the honeybee is related to all these different components. Finally, now the students, now that they've done all this work, they know about the components, the events, the relationships, they're ready to start hypothesizing what are the potential causes from mites and pesticides and habitat loss that are affecting honeybee loss, and then the solutions, what's being done to help offset these causes. Finally, the students have shown their mastery using statistical analysis and data to basically create a Google spreadsheet that you can actually open and edit right within Project Pals, and then created corresponding charts which they embedded here in Project Pals to help answer some questions and show the data behind honeybee loss. Now, this entire process of this investigation, from questions to bee statistics, really shows teachers how students grappled with this problem, how they thought about it, and what their process was to help problem solve. But if the group wants to present their work to a larger audience, they can also create a presentation right within Project Pals, reusing all of the assets that they uploaded and created during their project. Here, they're summarizing the entire project, and with longer prose and a lot of pictures and images and videos to help explain why honeybees are disappearing and what can be done to help save the honeybees population. So what you just saw from beginning to end was a project in Project Pals. Project Pals can help structure and organize students in investigations across all topics, across all subjects. It's really great for interdisciplinary projects as well. Project Pals is free to try out. Go ahead and sign up, invite your students, and start creating projects in your classroom. Thank you very much.